Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Today we're talking about how combining Claude AI and Canva turns a simple chat box into an absolute productivity powerhouse. If you've ever had an amazing idea for a design, but felt held back because, well, you just lack the technical skills to pull it off, you're definitely going to want to pay close attention. We are unpacking a workflow today that completely bridges that gap. Right out of the gate, we need to clear up a massive misconception about using AI for design. A lot of folks assume using AI just means you ask a chatbot for a few ideas, it spits out some text, and then you still have to log into Canva and manually build those ideas from scratch yourself. But that is not what is happening here. Claude is actually integrated directly inside of Canva, literally building out your designs in real time based exactly on how you describe them.
So how does this magic actually happen? It's all about Claude's connector feature. You can kind of think of this dynamic as a partnership. Claude is your highly capable AI assistant, and Canva is the canvas. The connector feature is the bridge that allows Claude to reach across the internet and operate the controls inside Canva on your behalf. It truly is a new best friend for anyone who wants professional designs without going through a steep learning curve.
And getting this set up is ridiculously fast. You just pop into your Claude AI account, click Customize over in the menu, select Connectors, add Canva, and then just authorize your account. What I absolutely love about this is the level of control you keep. Claude gives you a list of capabilities, and you can set specific permissions for each one. You can choose to always allow certain tasks, require approval on a case-by-case basis, which is great for a quick check-in, or you can just completely block Claude from accessing specific actions in your account. You are completely in the driver's seat.
Now, before we start generating things, we've got to talk about the single most important part of this entire process, prompting. If you give Claude a super generic prompt, well, you're going to get a really generic design. But if you use a mega prompt, which is much more robust, detailing your background, your audience, the exact style, colors, and layout, your very first result will be astonishingly close to perfect. To get you rolling right away, the source material for this explainer actually offers a free Claude starter pack, and that includes a copy and paste mega prompt template. You literally just fill in the specific blanks for your project, and all the heavy lifting is done for you.
This integration is just incredibly versatile. We're going to quickly establish a baseline of what this tool can do by rapid firing through 3 wildly different things Claude can generate instantly. Whether you're aiming for personal organization, digital marketing, or community communication, this workflow handles the whole shebang seamlessly.
Let's start with our first example, a family command center printable featuring sections for a weekly schedule, a meal plan, and a grocery list. The absolute magic phrase you want to use here is using my Canva brand kit. If you have a brand kit already set up in Canva with your favorite fonts and colors, you don't need to waste any time describing them to Claude. You just drop in this phrase and Claude automatically pulls those exact assets to build the design from the ground up, perfectly matching your unique aesthetic.
For our second example, matching social media templates, there's another brilliant way to give Claude context without having to type out a novel. Let's say you're scrolling and you see an Instagram post with this amazing, modern, bright, airy vibe that you absolutely love. You can just snap a screenshot of it, upload that image directly into your Claude chat, and literally tell Claude to match that style. It uses that visual reference to instantly build a custom set of 5 templates, like a quote post, a tip post, and a promo post, and it can even write the copy for you.
And here is the real kicker. For a lot of these workflows, you don't even need to open the Canva application. Once Claude generates the design, like that command center we talked about, or maybe a classic navy and gold church newsletter, you can simply type into the chat, export design number 2 as a PDF. Claude just reaches right into Canva, handles the entire export process, and gives you a download link right there in the chat window. It is remarkably efficient.
All right, let's get into the really good stuff. Pro tip number 1, ask for multiple variations.
When you ask for a design, whatever you do not just ask for one. You want to use this exact sentence. Give me 3 different layout options for this and let me pick my favorite.
Why do we do this? Well, this one simple tweak in how you prompt creates a highly efficient workflow. Instead of going back and forth for 20 minutes, arguing with a chatbot trying to fix a single layout, you get a full menu of options right out of the gate. You review the variations, select the one that works best, and then you just spend your time tweaking the minor details. It literally cuts your design time in half.
Which brings us to pro tip number 2, Claude projects. This is basically the secret to making sure absolutely everything perfectly aligns with your brand.
So what exactly is a Claude project? Think of it like a supercharged, highly intelligent Google Drive folder. It's a dedicated workspace inside of Claude that exists not just to organize your chats, but to act as a specialized brain with built-in memory for your specific brand or project type.
Here's what gives that brain its power. Inside a Claude project, you can upload your brand guidelines and reference files. You can save past chats directly into the project to activate Claude's memory of your previous preferences. And crucially, you can input custom instructions that automatically apply to every single chat created in that workspace. You do this setup once, and Claude applies that context to everything you do moving forward.
If we compare the two side by side, the difference is honestly night and day. Using a standard blank chat means you're starting from scratch every single time. You have to constantly re-explain who you are, what your brand looks like, and what rules Claude needs to follow. It's repetitive, it's frustrating, and it wastes time. A Claude project, on the other hand, comes preloaded with all those custom instructions and brand guidelines. And the best part? That free starter pack we mentioned earlier actually includes 3 completely done-for-you projects templates, which makes setting this up totally foolproof.
So, why does mastering these 2 pro tips matter so much? Well, it's time to build your passive income. There is a massive market demand out there for ready-made digital products, and this specific workflow turns you into an absolute template-generating machine.
In fact, to really help you capitalize on this, the source material provides a completely free 45-minute deep dive masterclass. This class walks you through the 4 crucial steps to starting a profitable digital products business, and it shows you exactly how to take these AI-generated designs, package them up, and sell them on repeat to create a really solid stream of passive income.
So, we've covered the integrations, the mega prompts, and those 2 major pro tips that completely transform how you generate designs. You have all the tools you need right now to stop staring at a blank canvas and start generating fully customized professional templates in a matter of minutes. The only thing left to answer is this: armed with your new AI assistant and your new design powers, what will you create together?